Hi.
Would you like to introduce yourself for the audience?
Yes, for sure. Hi, everyone. I am Neha. I'm a Vice President for Cybersecurity Products. My focus is more on data protection, and we build products using cryptography, post quantum cryptography, and quantum computing is what I'm focusing right now. Thank you.
Awesome, Neha. So, AI landscape has increased a lot.
Yeah.
Like from in just like few years, right? The world before AI and world after AI is dramatically different. So, people like you who are securing the organizations from all the vulnerabilities that's out there, what would be your topmost priority? One, two, three, right now.
AI governance for sure,
Okay.
AI security for sure, and then understanding that AI is again a technology. Don't trust too much until you understand what's coming up.
Yes.
So, governance, why? Because people do talk about security and governance are two different things. Governance is more about ethical values and bias, which business can't afford if you are having that in your models. So, you have to work on it no matter what.
Correct.
The AI security is needed because we are getting tools from outside. We are buying a lot of tools. Models is not what we write. We consume models, and if the tool itself is not secure,
Yes.
and you are putting your critical applications on it, what you're doing to your application. So I guess we understand very well what is shared responsibility, and we take it very seriously. So AI security is very much is what we want to utilize it. Understand if you're putting into critical path, what should be the consequences of it. Keep on training on it. And then the third thing is definitely supply chain attacks, which we are getting more and more.
Okay.
So we are very diligent to understand from vendors what kind of security they are doing, more on data protection. Are they using technologies like confidential computing because they are having our data? So we are being critical now to our SaaS vendors, asking them to expose all the security things and how they do it. Earlier they were just saying that yeah, we are all compliant and things are now days gone that we will take your words. Now we are scrutinizing
Of
also
course, yeah.
that how you're doing what you're doing. We do have to understand. Maybe I'm not using AI for that application, but we are consuming your application to write the things and you are using AI.
Right.
So explain how you're doing these things. So it's more about scrutinizing all the supply chains which are coming onto your platform.
Okay. So you did talk about the supply chains, right? Can you double click on that? What do you mean by that?
So supply chain, example, Salesforce, right? Microsoft. We talk about lots and lots of vendors which are there. When we are writing an application, days gone that you are writing from scratch. What you do, you have an application that consumes a lot of applications. And that application could be like Salesforce, could be SAP, could be anything. And then they are also using different companies. So when that comes in, it becomes a whole supply chain. That my application is there, but if I say my database, it's a different company. My application telemetry, different company.
Correct.
My infrastructure is a different company. When we have all those mixture on a platform, it becomes very difficult to understand from where the security is coming and who will fix the problem.
Right.
Example, a few days back, AWS was down. Everybody knows about it. What does that mean to everyone? Infrastructure itself is down. It could be we can't sue other companies who are data platform and other stuff because maybe they were not down. But because the infrastructure itself was down, we got an impact.
Correct.
Same thing is happening like in supply chain. The consequences which we are seeing is attacks. So could be that Salesforce is using three other company for some kind of things,
Right.
and that company is also using another company. But hack happened there. Hack happened there. We get affected.
Yeah. It trickles down.
It trickles down. So days gone that you just talk about, okay, yeah, if you are safe, you are safe. Right now it's more about data lineage. From where the models are coming, from where the data is coming, from where the infrastructure is coming. And we need, actually, people did talk about a lot of bill of materials. We do need a bill of materials for supply chains too, like S-bombs and other stuff, so that we understand the whole ecosystem. And whenever there are problems, we can double click and say, guys, this is the problem. Either you have to upgrade yourself or we'll cancel your license. So that is what I meant on the supply
Right.
chain.
So you touched upon training. So how do you ensure that the training data is not biased?
Very difficult question, and we did raise about that in my other panel. So yes, we definitely know that the models are biased. We have seen ourselves. Our business have seen by themselves. It's um, it's just like earlier we didn't have
Just
it
hold
dedicated.
on. Hey, is it recording? Okay. I thought the camera was down. I'm sorry. We can
Okay.
ask the same. You can start answering.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was the question again?
How do you make sure that the data is not biased for the
Yeah.
training?
So we definitely know that the data is biased, and like I said, technology team when they are using for the use cases, they found it, and then business team too. What we are trying to do earlier, we didn't have dedicated team, but now we have a data training team from diverse backgrounds. So how it helps is like yes, the model is biased, and it gives some results. We give a feedback. So we take that data, we test it, we write a whole report instead of putting it into production. If this is something which we don't want, we'll again keep on testing and provide that feedback to the company who has sold that, so that they also understand, okay, this is a wrong thing. I don't blame a vendor companies too much, because of course they are writing a model and that has been written by somebody and that's it. But then the problem comes when you are trying to use it for business. I won't accept a model which has something like this. Like a year back or something, whenever you ask Nano Banana or any models to say, send me any picture of CIO, most of the picture was a men picture.
Yeah.
Right? You will always see a men picture coming. In spite of if you write women, still they are giving women that as a celebrity, but not a CIO. So a lot of times it's not like in the world there is no CIO, but then why it was coming? It is coming, right? It was coming because of some bias there, and that was a good example to say that it is happening. So with that, it's just keep on what we are trying to do, keep on testing. There is a reliability score for all the models we have. If we see the bias is certain that number, which we can't accept, that will never go in production. And probably we will not use it further until unless that is being corrected. So I guess there are consequences now to the bias thing, and the reliability score helps us to understand. If we are using for internal purposes and that score is minimal, which like 9.0 and all that, and we can use it, then of course the message will be more towards there are some bias and be mindful to it. But then if it's failing drastically, we will not implement. Right now we have a platform which has all the models in the world. Okay. So developers are lucky because they're learning all the things and they can select what model they want to do. If they see certain model is not working, we change to other model. But at this point of time, I don't see much of a place where we are trying to release it with a bias. Okay. It will impact our business for sure.
Okay.
So yeah.
But what stage do you detect the bias?
They have a tools. They have a tools. They have internal. We are building a lot of internal tools. Like I said, reliability score. So how that is coming, because we are writing a score. There's a whole team, red teaming and blue teaming and all that. Through that, we got to know a lot of threats. They were the team who found it first way, and through that we are writing internal tools. So teams like us will write internal logics to put it as a layer or a wrapper over the models that will find out the score. Okay. So we are building our own.
Okay. So what made you go into the security as your domain?
Yeah, I think by nature I'm very cautious, yeah, even by the physical security. So I guess that is one thing. And then it is all started with I started as a Python programmer in Bank of America. So it was destiny, I can say, that I was a developer, but then there was no separate team doing things.
Okay.
And in a bank, it's like short, you should know something.
Correct.
So it was like do the pen testing. I'm like, I'm a programmer. Yeah, and the word testing, why should I do a testing? Go and ask. And there where the whole explanation come that in a bank you have to just not understand coding, and that's why I focus and educate a lot of women to explain them that apart from technology, which is becoming actually easier,
correct,
you have to understand domain.
Right.
And that's where when you write a code and you don't understand certain law and you wrote a code, it keeps on failing.
Yeah.
Because there are so many controls which you fail. You are not following encryption, you're
Right.
not following GDPR, you're not following this thing.
Yeah.
So writing code now robot is doing. Chatbots are doing it.
Yeah.
But adding the right logic and prompting is what humans can do.
Yeah.
So through that I started learning. Chase is my sixth bank. I keep on working in financial institution.
Okay.
Mostly I was consultant, so being in different countries, learning their culture, working in different banks.
Okay.
But then through that, it is banking, and then a few here and there I work for tech companies like Nvidia and other stuff. But then I think nature call again. I went end up in bank.
Okay.
So yeah, I can also say that it's an easy conversation when you talk about security in bank versus somewhere else,
Okay.
because if people are like, yeah, security, they literally think as a cops. If these people are walking in, probably we have done something wrong. And then a lot of time, if they don't listen to us because we are kind of a vendor in the company, we bring our compliance friends
Okay.
and then the legal friends and say, guys, you need speed now or security. So it helps.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's my. I think I love security in a very different lens too. Like quantum is what I'm learning day by day,
Okay.
and it is helping me to understand what's the future coming up.
Yeah. Also, security is nearly everywhere, but wherever money is involved, that's probably the number one domain that you want to be like secure. Like you don't want to see your bank balance go zero when you wake up in the morning.
Yeah. So I
So
guess
that's extremely sensitive. So I understand. Um, I mean, being in the security field is like you're on call for 24/7.
for sure.
Anything can happen anytime, and it's very, very sensitive.
Yeah.
So how do you manage your personal life with the position like VP in the bank?
I think personal life is not there. It's not there. It's a myth. If people talk about personal life, because personal life is also reserved for a lot of things. It's difficult. It's definitely a bargain which I have to do to understand. But I rely a lot on the people who work with me. Until unless and I think that is the support which we talk about in the company. That there's a whole support of until unless it's like P0 and I'm not needed. I won't be troubled. Of course, they will be alert, but you trust the team that they'll take care of.
Correct.
Until unless this is like gone case.
Correct.
So we have teams in different countries. Like right now, I have 7 countries in which my team sits. So days anyhow looks very crazy.
Correct.
But then team trust each other as we have 24 hours availability.
Mm-hmm.
That if it is coming under certain region, they'll take care of.
Mm-hmm.
Until unless it's like a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's a nightmare, then forget about what position you are in.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody will be sitting in and fixing the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody was asking ransomware. I was part of some ransomware, not in this bank, but somewhere else.
I see.
And I see those days where probably I got 1 hour sleep, nothing more than that, as it was very critical and it
Yeah.
was dealing with money and systems and other stuff.
Yeah.
But then balance is again, I'm trying to do a little bit of time management.
Yeah.
I am trying to stop my mind and say, no, enough, stop this, do something else. And through that, I think I am having an agent in my mind itself who's saying, now it's enough, you'll break. But you do need a break, otherwise you'll not get have mind refreshed, and you're not able to work nicely. So I guess I try to balance a little bit.
All right. Thank you. And let's take a break.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice meeting you.